Hey guys, it's me. Just do another inbox review. This time of a kit that really has caught my eye. I saw it on eBay last week, ordered it, and it came in within a week. And I tell you what, guys, this is a beauty. I've seen some Phantom kits, but this is one of the top notch. Everybody who's had this kit said they love building it. I mean, some of the shots I've actually seen of the kit built up look fantastic. This is the earlier version of the F4 Phantom. It's the F4B, which is of the VF111 Sundowners, hence the nice Sundowners insignia on the back here. And what I like most is the shark's mouth at the front. This is depicting an aircraft that was on board, I think, the USS Forrestal or Coral Sea during the Vietnam War. This is circa 1968, so that was in a period when it only just sort of relatively been in service. So I would think around about 5-6 years. Iconic aircraft. We had it in the Navy for a very short period from 1970 until 78 when the old Art Royal was paid off. This is depicting a US Navy version, as I say, depicted during the Vietnam War. I love the illustration on the front here with the actual aircraft getting ready to be launched from the Coral Sea. Just sums up the typical iconic image of a Phantom. All engine, extremely reliable aircraft. Everyone who flew it loved it. It was used on most occasions during the Vietnam War, and obviously right up until around about 1983 when the F-14 or newer version of the F-18 Hornet replaced it. So yeah, fantastic aircraft. Anyway, without further ado, we'll get on with that without me prattling on. Boxed by Canopy. I'm not sure, but I think it was a limited edition kit. They also do one in the Air Force version, the Da Nang version, which I'm very tempted to get hold of as well. But to be honest with you, I've got to watch the amount of kits I've got at the moment because I'm getting a little bit inundated again. So needless to say, this is one that lasts for a while. Beautiful, as I say, beautiful box art illustration of the aircraft in a typical scene that we used. And on the side here, you've got illustrations of the kit assembled. As you can see here, it builds up to a lovely looking aircraft with all the armament, etc. GPU bombs and cannon in the middle there. You've even got crew figures, etc. Gives you the dimensions on the side of the box here, which you can see, and then obviously you've got more illustrations of the kit on the other side here as well. So there you go, and as you can see, it's quite a deep box, so there's quite a few screws in it. It's very highly detailed, although you can get aftermarket if you want to improve on it even more. So let's open the box without further ado, if I can get it open. Just bear with me a minute, guys. It really is well packed. Hang on, let's just take it off the bench here. There we go, that's it, that's done it. Particularly nice touch that I like about this kit is you've got a nice lid on the front there with the actual kit assembled as though it's taking off from an aircraft carrier. It's a very nice touch indeed. Okay. Okay, without further ado, we'll get the instruction sheet out first. Okay, pop that down the side here a minute. Okay, pop that down there. As you can see, first off, you've got the box art illustration up the top here. Then you've got your colour callouts for all the brand of paints that you can get, so you can cross-reference it. Namely Testers Model Master, Humbrol, Life Colour, Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Revell, etc. I'll probably be doing it on the colour up for Tamiya paints. So there you go. Next up, you've got all the various symbols for the assembly of the kit at the top here, and then obviously the very first page, as you all know with aircraft kits, is the assembly of the actual cockpit tub itself, as you can see here. You've also got the assembly of all the undercarriage bays as well. Let's start up. No, I think we've jumped a little bit here. Oh yes, here we go. Folds out. Sorry about that, guys. Right, next stage is obviously to add the undercarriage bays onto the lower part of the wing. Okay, and then add the upper wing halves on. Then you've got the jet nozzles here with the fan intakes. Okay, and then the actual nozzles themselves, and you've also got back detail with the actual engine as well. So you add those to the lower fuselage along with the cockpit tub. You've got a colour guide here for the pilots, the seat assembly, as you can see there. Moving on, you got to the refueling pod. You can obviously have that open or closed, as you can see there. And then obviously putting the two fuselage halves together. Okay, along with the pilots, if you should so wish, and the seats. I'm going to leave them without the pilots. Then the assembly of the air intakes, which you can see here. Add those to the fuselage along with the nose and other implements, including the camera. Then you add the front ventral column of the cockpit along with the middle bar. Add the lower tail assembly as well, or rear tail assembly. And then on here, which is stage 10, this is the actual cantilevers which you can add to the wings, which you can see there. Adding the wing tips. I don't think you've got an option of having the wing tips folded on this. And then add the tail planes and the main tail plane itself. Then adding all the front bogey wheel, as was the two wing bogey wheels, as you can see there. And then the inner doors, as you can see there. Then you've got the weapons pylons to assemble, as you can see here. Then your armaments, such as sidewinders, side streak, your main fuel tanks, and obviously you've got the option of having the canopy closed or open. Okay, and you can have the actual step in there as well. And there's your sprue trees at the very end. Okay, so that's that really. And then obviously here's a sheet for the weapons loads, which ever option you would require. Okay, and you've got two other options on the back as well. Okay, and then obviously here you've got the colour callouts in a nice clear colourful sheet. And there's only one colour option, as you know. It's the VF111 Sundowners, based on the USS Coral Sea. Okay, beautiful colour scheme, and that's the main reason I actually bought this kit. Okay, and then obviously you got the upper and lower colour callouts as well, and also for the weapons loads. Okay, there you go. Right, let's go and have a look at the main crux of the actual kit, the kit parts themselves. There we go. Right. Again, as I say, you've got this lovely illustration on the top. First off, you've actually got the canopy parts of the cockpit, as you can see here. Absolutely beautifully clear. No tarnishes, nothing. There you go, isn't that gorgeous? So that would be very easy to mask, and I think there is a masking set. And then obviously you've got the lights, etc. for the other part of the kit, and even a head-up display. That's very nice. Okay, let's just pop him back in the bag so we don't lose anything. Just pop the lid down here, that's it. Next up, you've got the rear part of the engine bays, you've got the exhaust nozzles, etc. Again, beautiful detail on the rear, lower part of the actual rear decking, as it were, where the engine nozzles are. That's going to look really nice, weathered up. Okay, again you've got Lovely detail here for the rear of the exhaust, which you can see here on here. And obviously you've got the fan blades there, tail hook, rear exhausts, and as I say, even the interior of the engine is beautifully detailed, as you can see here. Very nicely done, guys, I must say. So yes, oh, actually you've got a mixture of which nozzle you want. You can have it extended or just as its normal sort of stationary position. And obviously you've got the wheelbase, etc. right here, parts of the actual seat, and you've even got the instrument columns here for the actual diffuser, for the actual cockpit. Very nicely detailed. And these are the actual navigator stations, as cockpit instrument panels. Beautifully detailed. That will come up very well with some very fine detail painting and dry brushing. So yeah, that look very, very nice, guys. So that's that. Let's put them all back in their bag so I don't lose the parts. That's that. I'm not going to take every sprue out their bags because obviously, as I say, I don't want to lose any parts with this kit. Okay. There we go. So I'll pop that in there. That's that. Okay, next part is the rear tail planes and the actual main tail unit, which you can see here. Get it into the light. Lovely panel line detail there. Beautifully executed. And obviously you've got the weapons pylons here as well. Again, lovely panel lines there and rivet detail. Beautifully reproduced. Very well done. And this is the fuselage. The upper part of the fuselage, the main part of the fuselage. Again, you've got some really lovely panel line detail there. That is going to look lovely. I have to say, guys, this is one of the best Phantoms I've actually seen yet. So you've even got a nice sort of texture on the side here as well. It really is beautifully reproduced. So yeah, this is going to make one lovely, lovely kit. Let's pop that back in the bag so it doesn't get tarnished or damaged. Pop that in there. Okay, that's that done. And then obviously this part, again, you got the air inlets, as you can see there. Again, lovely panel detail. Okay. Again, this is part of Cockpit Assembly, which you can see here. Nice panel line detail. Look at the detail on that. Fantastic. And that's obviously the main cockpit tub. You got your nose cone unit here for your cameras. There's your two versions on the nose, whichever one you want, because obviously you would have had an option for two different versions here, so it's interesting. And again, the detail on the side panels here for the air inlets, faithfully reproduced. Okay, and here we've got the lower part of the nose, and obviously some of the gear bays and wheel hubs, and this is nice. The actual main middle cannon here, beautifully reproduced. This is the actual figure that you can have standing with the actual kit. Not one of the best figures I've seen, I have to say, but hey, it'll do. And then obviously you've got the main air inlets here, and your air tanks there. Okay. Again, you've got the option of whichever payload you want. Again, you've got the pylons here, side tanks. This is the actual figures if you want them in the cockpit. Again, if I can get it near, not too near because it keeps going out of focus. Level of detail on the actual tunics is not bad. Yeah, not bad. And then you've got your main GPU bombs. Okay, etc. Very nicely reproduced. And you've got your sidewinders on here. And Shrike missiles, as you can see. So, you know, it's up to you which payload you want to put on the actual aircraft. No, that's a little checklist. I don't know what that's about. There you go. Final sprue. obviously upper and lower wings, as you can see again, is beautifully detailed and reproduced, and very well done indeed. Even the inner detail on the bay doors is very nicely reproduced, very crisp guys, no ounce of flash anywhere, and yes, very nicely done. This is going to make a super little kit. Now, the only thing that's going to be a bit of a bugbear, and I've heard about this, is the thing with the Canopy kits is their decals. This is reproduced by them, so what I think I may well do is source aftermarket ones. I've heard they can be a nightmare to put on. I have to say, looking at them, they are quite thick. So I think what I am going to do is source aftermarket, although look at the amount of blooming stencils on there. That kit's enough to keep you going for 2 weeks, I think. But yeah, that's the crux of the kit in a nutshell, really. As I say, it looks a very impressive kit. People who've built it said it's a joy to put together. One of the best Phantoms they've ever built. That remains to be seen, because obviously I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to building this. It might be one for next year possibly, but we'll see, because at the moment I am in the midst of trying to get 2 previous builds done from last year, and life is getting in the way again at the moment. I could say something else, but I'm not going to, because I think it might be a bit premature, but we'll see. Anyway, that is the F4B Phantom from Academy. I have to say it's one of the best I've seen. And as I say, a lot of people who've built it said it's a joy to put together. That's the one thing I will say with Academy, their aircraft kits are second to none, and they certainly go to town with some of the detail on them. And I personally, apart from the decals, would heartily recommend this kit, guys, so go out and get one. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the inbox review. Leave your comments or subscribe, and in the meantime, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.